Good evening. Let's thank Tacoma Rama Community Street Band for getting the show started right. On behalf of the City of Tacoma, I humbly recognize that we are gathered on the traditional homelands of the Puyallup tribe. The Puyallup people have lived here and stewarded these lands since the beginning of time and continue to do so today. We recognize this acknowledgement as one small step towards our true allyship, and we remain committed to uplifting Indigenous voices, experiences, and histories here and beyond. Thank you. How are you guys feeling tonight? I love that. Welcome back to the City of Destiny Awards. My name is Jessica Johnston, and I'm thrilled to be your MC again for the third year in a row. Thank you for having me back, Tacoma. I have the privilege to sit on the city's Events and Recognition Committee, known as CERC, for about the last 6 years, helping celebrate people like you, everyone in this room. Thank you so much for being here. The City of Destiny Awards and all programming provided by CERC is possible because Tacoma Venues and Events reinvests revenue from city-owned venues back into local events, cultural programming, and community grants that support and celebrate Tacoma. Which means we are all here tonight because this city believes in you. You can clap for the city. And tonight we're here to do something that we don't do nearly enough, And right now, I think the temperature of our city needs it. We are here to celebrate the people that are making a difference quietly, humbly, but with a lot of strength behind them. So thank you for being here. So now we're gonna do a little callback, one of my favorite games to play with you guys, to make sure that we have a temperature check in the room. So when I say grit, you're gonna say destiny. Ready to try? All right. Grit. Destiny. That was good, and one of you was very good. Thank you. But I feel like we should all follow this lovely human and try it again. Grit. Destiny. There we go. I feel like we are all warmed up. Before we go any further, just a few quick elements of the program. I would like to remind you all that we are not at our grandmother's ballet. And so you do not have to sit quietly with your hands tucked under your seat. Right, you are allowed to do that. You are allowed to scream, and you are welcome to scream, clap, cheer, whistle, and celebrate our community. If you're feeling something, let us know. Because I don't really think Tacoma claps politely. I think Tacoma claps for integrity and tenacity. Do you agree? So if you haven't already, please take a second to silence your phones. Unless you are recording us, you may have it out and please post on social media. Tag Tacoma Venues and Events. Thank you. All right. So I would like to remind everyone that tonight is brought to you by the city's Events and Recognition Committee. We are all volunteers. We work very, very hard on the City of Destiny Awards, as well as the MLK celebration, special event funding, and so many other programs. We are so happy to be here, but again, we are all a volunteer community and put endless hours into making this event happen. So I would like to give a huge round of applause to my city's Events and Recognition Committee. They're all right here in case you want to talk to them later. I would also like to give a round of applause to all of our leaders that are here in this room, nonprofits, businesses, as well as our elected officials. If we could please give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank everyone who was at the community showcase tonight. The talent, the creativity, the tenacity, you all brought it. I got to talk to most of you, and I really appreciate you being here and supporting the community. Thank you. I also need to thank the folks who actually create our awards annually, the Hilltop Artists and Residents Program at Hilltop Heritage Middle School. Yes, please. All of the awards that you will see be given out this evening were all created by them. So we do appreciate them working with us every year. So if you look over this direction, there's a little bit of royalty in the room. Yes. You may have seen them earlier, but please help me welcome members of this year's Daffodil Court who will be help present all of our awards. We have Princess Elena from Stadium High School, Princess Abigail from Lincoln High School, Princess Nasia from Lachey High School, and Queen Annika from Eatonville High School. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your leadership. Give them a round of applause. So now, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage our new mayor, Mayor Anders Ibsen.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Very Scandinavian pronunciation, Jessica. Thank you. That's for you, Tom. Good evening, everyone. It is so wonderful to have all of you here this evening to help us pay tribute to the outstanding contributions of volunteers in our community. Since 1987, the City of Tacoma has honored more than 300 outstanding volunteer groups and individuals with the City of Destiny Award. Tonight, we will have the opportunity to learn about and hear from 10 awardees who will no doubt inspire each of us. Thank you all for being here to help us recognize these volunteers for their amazing service to our community.
Thank you so much, Mayor. We appreciate you being here. Please give it up for our Mayor of Tacoma. And just to be very clear, I am Finnish, so the Scandinavian does come out from time to time. You're welcome. All right, so let's get on to why we are here, shall we? Destiny, city, sorry. City? City? Perfect, thank you so much. So this one matters a lot because when we invest in young people, we invest in the future of Tacoma. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're about to know. This year's recipient in the youth service category is Zakiya McElroy. Presenting the 2026 Youth Service Award is Deputy Mayor Joe Bushnell.
Good evening, everybody. Are we having a good time? All right, I'm gonna let the young people get up here. This is only half the team, everybody, so there's more of them out there. Zakiya McElroy is a builder of confidence, community, future leaders, a mentor who creates spaces where young people are seen, supported, and inspired to grow into their full potential. Through her work, she has transformed what could be just a program into something much deeper, a lasting sisterhood and a foundation for success. For her dedication to uplifting youth and creating meaningful opportunities, she is the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Youth Service. Zakiya is the founder of Vision 253, a free youth program rooted in culture, leadership, and belonging. What began in 2016 as a small step team for girls on Tacoma's east side has grown into a powerful community hub, one that blends African American percussive step, literacy, mentorship, and leadership development. Her work is grounded in simple but powerful belief that all children, especially Black children, deserve joyful, affirming spaces where they can see themselves reflected and dream bigger for their futures. What makes Zakiya's leadership so impactful is her deep personal connection to the work. Raised in Tacoma, she saw firsthand the gaps and opportunities for Black girls and chose to build what didn't exist. Today, Vision 253 is more than a program. It's a place where young people can find their voice, build confidence, and form lasting connections. Beyond Vision 253, Zakiya serves on the Tacoma Public Schools Board of Directors and brings over a decade of experience in early childhood education and advocacy. Across every role she holds, her work sits at the intersection of education, equity, and community, focused on creating access, opportunity, and support for families who need it most. She is inspired by the growth she sees every day, a shy child finding her voice, a young reader gaining confidence, a family finding connection, and she carries forward a legacy of leadership shaped by the strong women in her life who modeled what it means to advocate, uplift, and lead with purpose. Zakiya isn't just mentoring youth, she's building a community where young people feel valued, capable, and empowered to lead. For her compassion, her vision, and her unwavering commitment to creating spaces where every child can thrive, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Youth Service, Zakiya McElroy.
beautiful children, at ease. Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to the City of Tacoma, the City of Destiny Awards Committee, and every person tonight who believes that service matters. I am deeply honored to receive this recognition for youth service, but the truth is this work did not begin with me. I stand here as a part of a big and deep legacy. I want to give honor and thanks to my family. Shout out to y'all. They also gave me a time limit, so all the shout outs, we're gonna shut them down. But I love you, okay? Community service is not something that my family occasionally did. It just is how we were raised and how I grew up. And now I have the incredible privilege of carrying that legacy forward. This year marks the 10th anniversary of Vision Step Team and Vision 253 programming. 10 years of showing up for Tacoma's youth. 10 years for creating spaces where children can feel safe, seen, and celebrated, and powerful. And I want to acknowledge something very important tonight. Up until 2025, this work was completely unfunded. For nearly a decade, we showed up anyway because our children deserved it, because our girls deserved to see themselves reflected with pride. And for 22 years, I have worked in the school-age space, and I understand what it means to show up with no money and no power, but with heart and for service for these youth. Tonight, I especially want to thank, thank you. Tonight, I especially want to thank all the parents who have trusted me with their children over all of these years. Vision 253 and Vision Step Team, me, myself, and my volunteer team have served over 1,000 children in these 10 years. There is no greater responsibility and there is no higher honor. Through our programming, Read Across Tacoma, through our Girl Scout partnership, our girls and youth perform all throughout the city. We create leadership pathways for young people, including hiring back some of our alumni this year and paying them to mentor the kids who will be up next. We are so much bigger than a step team. And what I have learned in this is the vision doesn't transform children, it heals families. It heals something for every mother who watches their daughter regain their confidence. It heals something for every child who finally finds their voice. It heals the racial self-esteem of Black girls who grow up in Tacoma, who are pushed into a society that too often does not see their full humanity. It heals something inside of me. Vision is our safe space, Vision is our village, and Vision is our love letter to Tacoma's Black girls and their youth and children, expansive youth who show up in our spaces. And I need to thank my sisterhood tonight because the incredible women standing with me and behind me and the women who are here in spirit, my aunties, my mentors, my friends, they have all been here, community leaders, encouraging me to keep going, even in moments when I am too tired to continue. I am only standing here because of the sisterhood that pours into me, so I can create a sisterhood for all of them. And finally, I brought the children on stage tonight because this award truly belongs to them. Youth service does not exist without youth. They are my why, they are my heart, they are the future of this city. Harley, can you help me tonight? Come on over. So, Harley is gonna demonstrate and you're gonna repeat after her. 2 fingers in the air around the room. Come on over so they can hear you.
I am a vision girl.
I am a vision girl.
I could do hard things.
I can do hard things.
I am safe.
I am safe
when I'm with my sisters.
when I'm with my sisters.
VST on 3. 1, 2, 3. VST.
Thank you all for your time. Thank you for your commitment. Please keep showing up for youth because they really need us. Let's go. Okay, don't leave and come back in the picture.
Please give it up for Chelsea and McElroy. And I will admit that my affirmations every morning sound a lot like that. Okay, this is where vision meets action, building opportunity for what comes next. This year's award recipient in economic development is Lydia Mendez. Presenting this award is Council Member Olgi Diaz. Please welcome Council Member Diaz to the stage.
Thank you, Tacoma. Welcome. I have beside me my chef, Lydia Mendez. She is a bold builder of culture, connection, and economic opportunity. Someone who saw what was missing in Tacoma and decided to create it herself. As a chef, entrepreneur, and community leader, Lydia has built spaces where authenticity is celebrated and small businesses, especially BIPOC-owned, can thrive. For her vision, persistence, and impact, she is the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Economic Development. Chef Lydia moved to Tacoma in 2018 and quickly realized something was missing. As someone rooted in Nueva Yorican culture, I Spanglished it. She struggled to find food that felt real, food that honored the people and traditions behind it. When she was told that authenticity was often sacrificed for profit, she made a decision. She would create a space where culture didn't have to be watered down to be accepted. Starting with very little, just determination and the support of the people who believed in her, Lydia launched what would become today SavorFest Pacific Northwest. In 2020, without funding and outside traditional venues, she created an event where chefs could show up fully and authentically. What began on the margins has grown into one of Tacoma's most vibrant cultural and economic gatherings, and it's coming back to you again this year, July 19th, so look out for us on the hilltop. Through partnerships with organizations like Magic in the Pacific Northwest, Art on the Ave, and Mi Centro, SavorFest has continued to evolve, now featuring chef demonstrations, live performances, and family-friendly programming that reflects the richness of Tacoma's diverse communities. It generates real economic opportunity while remaining accessible, ensuring small businesses can participate and succeed of all sizes. For Lydia, this work has never been about profit. It's about people. She knows what it feels like to feel alone, and she is driven to make sure no one else does. She wants people to feel included, represented, and celebrated, to know their neighbors, to feel connected, and to feel whole. As she puts it, if your grandmother's grandmother wouldn't eat it, I don't want you there. Behind the scenes, Lydia carries the work alongside the realities of everyday life, as a mother of 3, as an entrepreneur, and while navigating her own health challenges. She shows up anyway, fully committed, because when she believes in what this event means for the community. And she continues to build it year after year with resilience, faith, and the support of those who believed in her vision from the very beginning, and those of us who caught on a little bit later. Lydia Mendez isn't just creating events. She's building belonging, preserving culture, and proving that when authenticity leads, community follows. For her courage, for her creativity, and her unwavering commitment to uplifting others, join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award winner for Economic Development, Lydia Mendez.
Well, damn, I don't even have to say anything. They said everything for me. All right, I got 2 minutes, cool. Well, thank you to everybody who's made this possible, everybody who's had blind faith in everything that I've done. It's been a real struggle to get here because, like, not just behind the scenes, but you know, when life knocks you down multiple times, it's really hard to get back up. And I didn't know my path as a kid. I just knew I had to do something with myself, otherwise I felt like, why am I here? And thankfully this opportunity came to me, specifically for the reasons that they said, and there was a gap that needed to be filled, and I knew, I was pissed about it, and anytime I get angry, that gives me that fuel to just be like, yo, I'm gonna do this. If nobody else is doing it, then I gotta do it. And we literally started this with nothing, just a handful of small businesses that trusted me, no money, no nothing. On the windiest, coldest day in October, where we thought everything was like blowing all over the place, and we were like, oh my God, this isn't gonna work. What was I thinking? And now we're on year 6. Oh shit. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so straight to the point. I want y'all to understand that underserved and marginalized communities are almost always overlooked when it comes to funding. We are on year 6. Saverfest has its own day, but every single grant that I applied for this year, we got denied. So we were unable to secure grants, and those grants help keep fees low. The average food vendor fee in Tacoma right now is $400, just for them to step through that door and be there, not health permits, not all the other costs that go into it. Ours is $175, and I just had to raise it $25 because, like I said, we didn't get that funding that I was really hoping we did. Okay, so Sunday, July 19th, 12 to 5, Mi Centro in Hilltop. People thought I was crazy to bring it to Hilltop, and I'm like, you know where I'm from? We don't get nice things. So this, because it's about culture, it's about this diversity, it's about representation, it's making sure that everybody feels included and seen. How could I not put it in a neighborhood like that? Come Sunday, July 19th, because your support for being there, you're supporting a single father who has the best brisket in town. You're supporting immigrants who've come here to show you who they are, where they're from, with love through food. You're supporting 2 parents that created a business specifically for their sons to run so that profit could support their soccer dreams. And then you're supporting a mom of 3 who just wanted people to be seen and be accepted and not have to change anything about them and be in their most authentic self possible. So, thanks.
Yes, please keep it going for Lydia Mendez. I forgot to warn you that the emotions run high here at this show. So if you need a Kleenex, just raise your hand. No, I'm kidding. We don't do that. But we do understand that tears may come in laughter, and we thank everyone for coming up here and being so vulnerable and open. This category reminds us that loving Tacoma also means taking care of it. This year's recipient for environmental sustainability is Zakiya Nicole. Presenting this award is Council Member Christina Walker. Please welcome Christina Walker to the stage.
I am so honored today to be here to introduce Zakiya Nicole. Zakiya is redefining what sustainability looks like, turning everyday choices into powerful acts of environmental justice. Through creativity, education, and community building, she has made sustainability not only accessible, but deeply personal. For her leadership in advancing environmentally conscious practices and empowering others to take action, she is our recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Environmental Sustainability. Born and raised in Tacoma, Zakiya's journey began with a love for fashion, especially vintage and pre-owned pieces. What started as an online boutique soon evolved into something bigger. She recognized the environmental impact of the fashion industry and made a bold shift from for-profit to purpose-driven work, founding the Chaya movement to create change from within. Since 2018, Zakiya has built a growing movement centered on sustainability, workforce development, and environmental justice. Through free community events like clothing swaps, mending and repair workshops, and textile recycling initiatives, she gives people practical tools to reduce waste and rethink consumption. Her annual Textile Waste Symposium and Earth Day events bring education and action together, helping community members understand how their everyday choices impact the planet. Zakiya's work also focuses on the future. Through her summer internship program, she connects young people to careers in sustainable fashion, partnering with local businesses and organizations to provide real-world experience and mentorship. What began as an idea has grown into a nonprofit organization, officially becoming a 501c3 in 2022, with strong partnerships across Tacoma, Pierce County, and beyond. But at the heart of Zakiya's work is connection. She is inspired by bringing people together, creating spaces where learning, collaboration, and shared purpose can thrive. She believes in being a catalyst, helping others see that small, intentional choices can lead to meaningful change. Those who know Zakiya describe her as passionate, collaborative, and driven, a leader who brings people together and makes sustainability feel possible for everyone. Zakiya Nicole isn't just promoting sustainable fashion, she's building a community that cares for each other and the planet. For her vision, her innovation, and her commitment to environmental justice, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Environmental Sustainability, Zakiya Nicole.
That was quite a bit. Thank you so much for that. So I did have to write something because I could not get up here and just ad lib, and really want to thank, of course, those who made this choice of selecting me for this award. And first, I want to give honor to God. None of this work would be possible without his guidance, grace, and vision he placed in me and my heart before I understood what it would become. Even in the moments when the work felt and feels, still does, overwhelming, the path uncertain, God continues to remind me that the purpose is always bigger than fear and bigger than me. And so that is what leads me every day. Thank you again, City of Tacoma, Venue and Events Committee, and receiving this City of Destiny Award is truly an honor. As mentioned, I am from the city. I am born and raised Tacoma native, so I really appreciate that. Graduate of Lincoln High School. I won't say the class. Went to Hilltop Heritage before it was Hilltop Heritage. So really appreciate being able to come bring this work back to where I always wanted it to be housed, which was in the city of Tacoma. So again, it's been always about community, about impact, about creating places where people feel seen, valued, and empowered. And I always say we're using fashion for good. We all wear clothes. And so using that as a mechanism to drive change within the industry, but also within community, with how we spend our dollars has always been a motivator for me. I want to give a special thank you to Amy Tipton for the nomination and believing both in me and the mission of the Chaya movement, but for her support. It means so much. She was one of the founding board members, so really appreciate that. I also want to thank my boys, Unique and Antoine, for being my very first volunteers. They were at symposiums with me at expos, they've tabled events, they've helped put racks together at clothing swaps. Again, this work goes back to 2017, actually was our first clothing swap event where we redirected almost 5,000 pounds of clothing, and only 1,000 pounds actually went home with people. So we had to figure out what to do with the rest of it. And to this date, we've almost redirected 40,000 pounds of clothing from landfill. And so that number wasn't mentioned, but I think that's very important. And so let me get back to my speech, because I'm supposed to stay on script. Again, I want to thank my fellow board members. This work is all volunteer-led. I have a full-time job. This is not what I do, as many of us have already mentioned. So volunteers, partners, community supporters, thank you so much for the work and how you contribute. So much of what we do, from clothing swaps to our youth for workforce development, sustainable education, is possible because people continue to show up and believe in the vision. And also want to thank my husband. Thank you for embracing not only me, but you inherited the Chaya movement when we got married. So you inherited late nights, community events, big dreams, and a passion for purpose-driven work. And you have supported it wholeheartedly, so thank you for that, and encouraging me to pursue what I call is pursuing passion and purpose unapologetically, and being constant with love and support, so thank you. Again, this award is not just mine. It belongs to every young person, every citizen consumer we've empowered, every volunteer who gave their time, every partner who has said yes, every community member helping us build a more sustainable and connected future. And I want to not leave here without inviting you all to come out and support our Threads of Freedom Showcase, which is our second run of that showcase. It'll feature 12 Black creatives. And we will be taking over the Woolworth windows downtown Tacoma. They will be on display for the month of June. And that is in partnership with Spaceworks, so thank you, Spaceworks, for that. And we also will have 2 subsequent events that will also happen. We invite you all to the celebration at the Lamora in downtown Tacoma on Pacific, where we'll be celebrating Juneteenth, and also bringing out the designers that you will have an opportunity to meet. So we'll have an artist talk at that event, and that again will be June 25th. All of these things are on our events page. We have a Threads of Freedom page on our website as well. Tacoma is truly a city of destiny. I'm grateful to be a part of the work helping shape that future. And again, thank you so much for this honor. I really appreciate it.
Please, let's give another round of applause to Zakiya Nicole. She doesn't know it, but this is recycled fashion. I did wear this almost 30 years ago. Please don't do the math. I wore it when I was 2. Our next award is all about collective impact. What happens when people come together and decide to do something meaningful? This year's Group Work Award goes to Eloise's Cooking Pot and is being accepted by founder Andrea L. Blue Esquire. Presenting this award is Councilmember Latasha Palmer. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Eloise's Cooking Pot Food Bank is more than a place to receive food. It is a place where dignity, care, and community come first. For over 15 years, this organization has stood as a trusted anchor in Tacoma, ensuring that no one is left behind in times of need. For their unwavering commitment to equity, compassion, and community-centered service, they are the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Group Work. Since 2009, Eloise's Cooking Pot has provided essential food access to individuals and families across Tacoma and Pierce County. Through a combination of mobile food banks, neighborhood distribution sites, and a brick and mortar location in East Tacoma, they meet people where they are, removing barriers and ensuring that food is accessible, culturally relevant, and nourishing. Their impact is both wide-reaching and deeply personal. In a single month, they have served more than 113,000 individuals. With a home delivery program that reaches over 4,000 people, including seniors, individuals, and with disabilities, and those facing serious health challenges. Their work ensures that transportation, income, or circumstance never stand in the way of a basic human need. But what truly sets Eloise's Cooking Pot apart is how they serve. Their approach is rooted in dignity and respect, recognizing that food access is not charity, it is justice. Through programs like the Senior Wish program, they go beyond food to support older adults with financial assistance, helping stabilize lives and reduce the impossible choices between food, housing, and medication. They have remained a constant through economic hardship, public health crisis, and growing community need, expanding their services when others were forced to scale back. Their partnerships with local organizations, farmers, and volunteers reflect a model of care that is responsive, inclusive, and deeply connected to the community they serve. Eloise's Cooking Pot Food Bank is not just feeding people, it is strengthening communities, restoring dignity, and building a more equitable Tacoma. For their compassion, their scale of impact, and their unwavering commitment to meeting people with respect and care, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for group work, Eloise's Cooking Pot.
Good evening. I'd first like to give honor to God because nothing in my life happens without Him. Secondly, I would like to thank the City of Tacoma and the committee for the Destiny Awards. This is such an incredible honor. It's been a long 15 years. My name is Andrea Blue, and I am the founder and president and CEO of Making a Difference Foundation. We are the proud owners of Eloise's Cooking Pot Food Bank in East Tacoma. Our mission is to make a difference in people's life, one person at a time. Over the last decade, we have infused more than $103 million into your community with food, housing, scholarships, and hope. Tonight, it's about the humanity. It's about what happens when a community decides that nobody should suffer alone. Because hunger does not care what neighborhood you live in. It does not care about your degree, your title, your race, or your paycheck. And the truth is, many of the families we serve never imagined that they would ever need a food bank. But life happened. When life happened, we showed up. The work is very personal. Anybody who knows me, Eloise is my baby. It is my baby. I started Eloise in 2009. I had a building over in East Tacoma, and I noticed two children, John and Lily, looked like they were not eating on a regular basis. I was on my way onto a mission trip, and I asked the parents, could I help them while I was gone? They politely declined, not because they didn't need the help, but because I did not look like them. Instead of getting angry, I got compassionate and strategic. I hired someone who looked like them to provide them food while I was away. When I returned from my mission trip, the other tenants told me something about a food desert and not having a grocery store in East Tacoma. And literally, I never noticed. I had been an investor there for over 10 years and never noticed that the grocery store was now in church. That literally was the birth of Eloise in that moment. I named Eloise, the food bank Eloise, after my grandmother because no matter what happened in her life, she always made sure that people had food. No questions asked, no judgment, no shame. If you were hungry, you can always eat at her house. That was important to me, and I wanted anybody who came to Eloise to know that they were loved, and we would ask no questions. To date, we are very extremely proud of Eloise over in Pierce County. We are the largest food bank in Pierce County, serving over 100,000 people per month, moving 1.8 million pounds of food each month. So the numbers may be impressive, but the people are what moves me. It's the mothers crying quietly because she can't finally feed her kids. It's the senior whispering thank you because they didn't know where their next meal was coming from. It's the children smiling over something simple as the fresh fruit. Those are the moments that matter to me. It is an honor to serve the people of Tacoma. It's not a burden. It's not a charity. It is an honor. because every single person deserves dignity. At this time, I want to acknowledge the people who really do the work. These people just make me look good every day. These are the people who serve Eloise from day to day. And I thank you. I want to thank the food bank manager, ATN, that does all the street justice and deal with all the clients, along with Eugenia, Liz in her absence, and Kai, who makes sure no matter what, the food bank opens up. Literally, so I thank you guys. I thank the rest of the staff who does all the behind the scene work, people moving food on East Tacoma. You guys know that there's only one way in and one way out, so everything has to hit the ground. That's why my truck's always blocking the streets. I have a reason, because I can only get it to the front door. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting it. You guys work at the Tacoma Dome. I know. Rain, snick, or snow, they're at the Tacoma Dome doing that emergency food bank, and that thing is very labor intense. I have to give people Calgon and Epsom salt every week after doing that distribution. But I thank you guys for continually showing up for that. The work, I know you're tired, and you continue serving people with compassion and excellence every day, and I thank you. This ward does not belong to me, it belongs to y'all, because y'all get up and do the work. I would also like to thank the city of Tacoma for letting us move on up to the big league over at the Tacoma Dome. We're not on the streets. I know East Tacoma is like, "Ooh, I'm so glad they let her go over there to that Tacoma Dome," because I was blocking the streets and the lines were around the community. It was bad. But we thank the city of Tacoma for continuing to allow us to do the emergency service on Wednesday. It serves between 300 and 400 people who have become very dependent on that service. So we thank you for the partnership and all the work that goes beyond that. We are building, we are expanding, and we're continuing to fight against hunger. We're in the process of opening our no-cost market so that East Tacoma will no longer be in the food desert. It'll have its market. Eloise Market, 5,000 square feet. We're about 100 days away from opening it. So we're excited. So as you guys see my line, I can only serve 5 people every 1.2 minutes. In the new food bank, y'all be so happy, we'll be able to serve 60 people a minute. So we're really excited. And I just want to thank you guys. I want everybody to remember that even though this is a great occasion and we truly appreciate the award, and we appreciate everybody in the room, the reality of this is that there still will be families waiting, still children who will be hungry, still seniors who are struggling. So tomorrow we'll get up again and we'll feed them again, and we thank you.
I will say, it takes a village to help our amazing city. Please put your hands together for Eloise Cooking Pot. I'm so excited for all the new things they're going to be doing. How wonderful. Okay. Before we move on, we need to take a moment to honor a woman who last year received the City of Destiny Award for Champion for Civic Engagement, Matisse Hoyt. Please give it up for her. Unfortunately, Matisse Hoyt passed away last year, but fortunately for us, she left her mark on this city. Matisse was a force, bold, thoughtful, and unforgettable. She was unapologetically herself. She had a way of entering into any room and making it better. She spoke with conviction, but always with heart. Some called her the unofficial mayor of Tacoma, and honestly, it feels right. Because she did not wait for permission to lead. She just did it. Tonight we honor Matisse Hoyt. Please help me in watching her acceptance speech from last year and welcoming her husband and family to the stage.
I didn't know you felt that way about me, Joe. Look at me getting an award instead of what I'm usually doing, being a menace. I think I probably got this for my unpaid work of sharing other businesses here in Tacoma, being in the community and contributing to it, and giving updates on city council, and sometimes just existing unapologetically. But another facet of it, I believe, is engaging and making folks remember that we really are all in this together. If we spring a leak, we are all going down. All of us. And we're currently sinking. And a lot of folks are watching others drown while their own feet are submerged in the same water. A society or community is only doing as well as their most vulnerable. So pay attention, even if you feel it doesn't affect you, because it absolutely does. And that's it. See, I can be serious sometimes. A little bit.
And now we're going to have the family speak.
I'm Chris, Matisse's husband. I'm going to speak words from Matisse, 'cause she can speak for herself. Shopping local doesn't have to be a chore. It strengthens communities at their core. So follow this dumb rhyme, and it'll bring you impact every time. Support a place physically close by. Support a place that's new to you. Support a place you're curious about. And sort of support a place you're true to. Basically, a place you can walk to. A place you just want to check out. A place where the homies be talking about. A place you mess with heavy, without a doubt. And I want to introduce everybody to the new owner of Matisse Beauty Supply, Zepeda Sharp. Zepeda, if you stand up. And some other folks have some words.
Hi, everybody. My name is Abby Woods, and I am from Trinidad and Tobago originally. I am the owner of a Caribbean pop-up food business called Trini Plates, which I started in 2022, and it's how I first met Matisse. I walked into her store, and because she opened it up to businesses like mine that didn't have a storefront to just pop up, and I don't know, like sometimes you meet people and it's like you just click, and that's basically what happened when I first met Matisse. I just walked into her store with a bag full of greasy pies, and we just became friends from that day. I did write something, because it's really, really difficult to even be up here doing this. Okay. So basically, I'm going to share with you 5 things that I learned from Matisse about business and life. The first thing is, community is not something you talk about, it's something that you do. Through her actions and service, Matisse supported small businesses like mine, artists, families, and neighbors. She opened doors, she made room for everybody, she shared resources, she invited people in. She understood that community is built through action, not empty words or aesthetics. Number 2, make space for people before they've made it. One of the most powerful things Matisse did was believe in people early. She gave people chances before the world had caught up to their brilliance. For my business, Trini Plate, that made a really, really big difference. She saw potential in me that I, at the time, couldn't even see. Number 3, business can be both a means of survival and service. Matisse showed that business is not just about having a storefront, a product, or just being purely transactional. It can be a classroom, gathering space, resource hub, a soft place to land, and a tool for change. She proved that small business can feed community in more ways than one. Number 4, and this one is a really, really big one, tell the truth even when it shakes the room. Matisse had a way of saying the thing that everybody else was hesitant to say or just dancing around, like she would just say it. She was bold, she was honest, she was funny, and sometimes delightfully unfiltered. But underneath that was a genuine love for Tacoma. She taught me that advocacy requires courage, and sometimes love sounds like a hard truth, but those hard truths are necessary. I think if more people were brave enough or bold enough to challenge and call out issues the way she did, that our society would not be in the mess that it's in right now. And also I would like to say, if she ever cussed you out for any reason, you probably deserved it, and I hope that you learned something from it. 5, keep showing up even when life is heavy. Matisse carried more than many people will ever know, but she still showed up every day with creativity, humor, generosity, and fire. She reminded me that resilience isn't about pretending that things are easy. It's about continuing to pour the best of yourself, to care, and to have purpose in this world in spite of everything. She taught me that legacy is not just what you leave behind, it's what you awaken in other people. And I know that I'm one of many people, not just in this room, but in this city, still carrying something that she awakened in me. And for me, that's been the thing that's helped me to keep going. Thank you.
Before you guys leave the stage, we do have something, Chris, we'd like to present to you. And please give it up for them. This was not easy for them to come and do. So on behalf of the city's Events and Recognition Committee, we would like to present this to you. Photo of Matisse, her speech, and a beautiful piece of artwork of Tacoma. Thank you so much. Thank all of you, truly. You shared a light with us. Tacoma lost an incredible champion. Matisse's impact continues in this room, in this city, and how we show up for one another. And I think Matisse would have absolutely loved what we have coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage hip-hop artist A.G. Joints.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling all right? And much respect to Matisse and her family. She would always be at the events that I would be at, and I always saw her supporting myself through my own eyes, so it means a lot to be here for this moment. My name's AG, also known as A.G. Joints. I got a couple joints for y'all. I'm gonna just hit y'all with them. Let's go.
With a dollar in your pocket, son. Fed up, feel down.
Yeah. If you breathing in the place, say yo, what's good? Hope you breathing how you doing it like you should. Head up with a dollar in your pocket, son. Head up, feel down, don't frown. If you breathing in the place, say yo, what's good? Yo. It's AG, I keep my flows ample. I enjoy break beats over samples. Originals in the layers, for example. Sound bed collisions that get trampled. I drop this like I ate some bad fish. Nasty with symptoms of freshness. I cast these in with no cash coming in. That's a no-no. I know, bro, I'm stretched thin, but perception be flexible as elastic. The soulless flows I peep, mad tragic. I just be living this life inside blackness. Cape Verdean swerving in no whackness. I promise I'ma keep any day. I mostly aim seeing success many ways. Remembering days where I would make many plays. In contrast to reach bags legit pays like. Make some noise one time, Tacoma. What's up? Yeah. Shout out Grid City Cypher. Shout out 52 Collective. Yeah. Yo. Fam, I gotta work 12 hours just to make the taste less sour. Both bread and snap balances get devoured. I still be thankful for a hot shower. Cloudy with a chance of that. I be struggling with perspective, hard to accept. It's such a something, yo, I came too far to forget. Wondering when all this grind crystallized to collect. Summarizing all these lines manifested in breath. This is kinda like that, pumping hard in your chest. Trying to hit you with the heart till I got nothing left. Maybe light a little spark right under my even though in these times, who knows what's next? Just look away. That should be the next trendy dance. Digital interface feast, easy to digest, yet we're all full of stress. And probably I personalize the contrast just like this. Check it. My son smashed his dome piece on the pavement today. We got up and regathered. Tended to scrapes. He was scared. I asked him, are you okay? Then I mentioned, you gotta stay focused and break. Be in control. Most of all though, you straight? He said yeah, wiped his tears and we walked for a way. I watched him hold his head up. I thought it was brave. He was back on his scooter, riding away. It was cloudy. Surroundings was a sound at dusk. Playgrounds, I'm running around trying to keep up. Showing I'm faster, being a master, trying to be better. Pushing them past my limitations. It feels like a bleak world. I'm trying to paint something wild like a childhood before it all changes. Been so many, I'm not ageless. One day this light will fade, and maybe you heard me say what I meant. To make my family and friends proud of some of what I do at best. Strike a chord like Cam on the keys, be fresh. Shout out to everybody on your grown quest. Moments represent, yo anyway, no band-aids needed, nobody was bleeding. Moms always taught me to assess the meaning. This song is a testament to what I believe in. Wisdom, soaked from the fam is deep. My seeds grow in front of me, crazy to believe. I do absolutely anything for them to breathe. That's true, son, I'm ill nice. Forget the little hype. Yo, one time, this is real life. Make some noise for yourselves, Tacoma. Make some noise for each other. Yeah. Shout out Asaph too, man. He always supports me, man. Yeah. Hey, yo, this that great contrast. We outlast and see beyond. Ripples in the current sky pass. I like the train was a moving art piece. We won't belong. I attempt one a thought on these tracks. I breathe upon something strong. Order the same, short to short and it change. Tacoma in my frames is beautiful with this pain. I recognize it. Indicate the math. I'm a dilate. Features of this page was a test. My scores be heightened by the waterway. Saw the honest dawning of my contemplate. We'll be straight, just celebrate like it's a holiday. Kelp was just swaying. I sparked the auto way. Now it's like living out the pollution age. I lost the J. Escape real quick. Play this in whips and coast with it. Card test beneficial. That's like my favorite Trying to fight through the lesson and take the greater equips. Cheddar may be dipping the patience I majored in. Flavors be sour sometimes. I'm sugaring the lemons like a beverage that's refreshing in the summer shine. From the town to the Cape, CV always. Windows down, cool as the shade. I looked around, hey yo, I saw the ocean, the traffic, the back road. I'm coasting, twisting the road, just zoning out my scope. Saw the ocean, the traffic, the back road. I'm coasting, twisting the road, just zoning out my scopes. Can we do something real quick? All right, man. When I say tack, I need y'all to say town. All right, tack, 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 tack. Yeah, my name is AG, A.G Joints, man. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here with y'all. Shout out to Tacoma Arts. These last two are off my TAIP funded project. Shout out to Asaph. And once again, rest in peace, Matisse. Peace.
Please give it up one more time for AG Joints. It means a lot to us that he would come here and honor Matisse. And also, I love our Tacoma talent, right? Yeah, let's give it up for them. All right. This next award is about creating space, real space, for people to rise, lead, and to be heard. This year's Equity and Empowerment Award recipient is Lydia Zepeda. Presenting this award is Councilmember Latasha Palmer.
Lydia Zepeda is a fearless advocate for justice, dignity, and human connection. Someone who saw injustice and chose to act and hasn't stopped since. Through her work, she has transformed compassion into action, building systems of support for some of the most vulnerable members of our community. For her unwavering commitment to equity and empowerment, she is the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Equity and Empowerment. Lydia's journey into this work began over a decade ago when she witnessed the devastating impact of immigration policies on families across the country. Deeply affected by what she saw, and as a bilingual Spanish speaker, she stepped in to help. What started as volunteering grew into a lifetime commitment, assisting individuals with guardianships, navigating legal systems, and supporting families facing impossible circumstances. Her work brought her into detention centers where she conducted interviews with individuals who had been detained, many separated from their families. What she experienced there was both heartbreaking and transformative. And while the work was emotionally heavy, Lydia found something powerful in it: connection. As she says, one of the unexpected gifts of this work is that you rarely leave without feeling like you received more than you gave. When Lydia moved to Tacoma in 2017, she immediately continued her work, volunteering with Tacoma Community House and building a network of advocates dedicated to supporting detained immigrants at the Northwest ICE Processing Center. She has helped organize visitation programs, connect individuals to legal resources, and ensure that those detained are not forgotten. Her leadership extends into policy and systems change. Through her work with the League of Women Voters, Lydia co-authored a statewide study on immigration that led to the adoption of a new policy position. She now serves as an immigrant rights lobbyist, bringing community voices directly into legislative spaces and advocating for meaningful change. Those who work alongside Lydia describe her as relentless, informed, and deeply compassionate. A leader who not only speaks up, but follows through. She mentors others, builds coalitions, and holds institutions accountable while always centering the humanity of the people she serves. Lydia Zepeda isn't just advocating for change. She's building a more just and compassionate community, one relationship, one policy, and one act of courage at a time. for her leadership, her resilience, and her unwavering belief in the dignity of every person. Please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Equity and Empowerment, Lydia Zepeda.
Thank you to the Commission for Immigrant and Refugee Affairs for nominating me. Natalie, Alma, Alicia, Maurice, Yulia, thank you. I'm honored to have been nominated and selected for this award. History is watching us. The current immigration policy is one of family separation because most immigrant families are mixed immigration status. There is a detention center 1.4 miles from here. It's a private detention center run for profit. Hiss, yeah. Every person in that detention facility, and we don't know how many are in there, has a story that is worthy of an opera or an epic poem, or at least a song. Our neighbors, our friends, our family in that detention center do not have free legal counsel, nor do they get free phone calls because they are not criminals. Immigration is a civil issue, so there is no right to free counsel. There is no right to free phone calls. That is why CERA and community members have been asking City Council to make a permanent line item in the budget of $170,000 a year. Yes, to nonprofits who provide free legal services and free phone calls to those in the detention center. This is only a fraction. This would only help a fraction of the people who are in there. And do not talk to me about budget deficits because we can afford this, okay? I want to thank Councilmember Saldegay for his resolution 41905, which talks to how the city of Tacoma values immigrants and immigrant rights. And I want to thank the council for voting for that resolution. And I want to thank Councilmember Diaz for Ordinance 29107 to restrict the use of public property for civil immigration enforcement. We need this to designate safe public spaces for immigrants. And I want all the council, I hope all the council will vote on it in next week's meeting. I urge the council to direct the Tacoma Police Department to address another community ask by providing clarity and outreach on policies regarding the presence of federal immigration enforcement in our city. And bounty hunters and cosplayers who are imitating federal officers. We need clarification about what interference is. When police will be asked for identification or judicial warrants of masked people who are trying to harass immigrants in this city. And when police might use de-escalation. We need to know, and this needs to be published and made public. A reminder that immigrants are 15% of the population. They are 1 in 5 workers, 1 in 5 business owners. They're much less likely to be criminals than native-born Americans, and they pay more in taxes and use fewer government services than non-immigrants. So council, please pass Ordinance 29105, provide permanent funds to assist immigrants in detention, and provide clear direction to the Tacoma Police and the community about interaction with actual or supposed federal immigration agents. I want to take a shout out to my people in CERA and also my people in the Communities Police Advisory Committee, the League of Women Voters, and all the people who visit the Northwest Ice Processing Center, and my crew on Slick, my race boat, thank you, my crew, my captain, yay, my skipper. I have so much hope because of a community that cares about our immigrant neighbors, and I just want to thank you all. Thank you for being here.
Please give another round of applause to Lydia Zepeda. This part seems fitting. Peace does not just happen. it is built. This year's Champion of Peace Award recipient is Tom Heavey. Presenting this award is Mayor Ibsen.
Thank you. Tom Heavey is a man who chose peace, not as an idea, but as a lifelong commitment to action. Through decades of service, leadership, and vision, he has helped shape Tacoma into a place where the pursuit of peace is not only honored, but actively practiced. For his enduring dedication to justice, reconciliation, and community, he is the recipient of the City of Tacoma City of Destiny Award for the Champion of Peace. Tom's journey towards this work was shaped by both service and reflection. After nearly 3 decades in the United States Coast Guard, including deployments following September 11th and service in the Persian Gulf, Tom returned home with a profound question. What does it mean to build peace? Inspired by his Norwegian heritage and the legacy of the Nobel Peace Prize, he set out to create something lasting right here in Tacoma. In 2004, that vision became reality with the founding of the Greater Tacoma Peace Prize, a one-of-a-kind program that connects our city to the global movement for peace. Today, Tacoma remains the only city in the United States with a formal relationship tied to the Nobel Peace Prize traditions in Oslo, Norway. Over the past 20 years, this program has honored 23 local peace builders, uplifting individuals and organizations committed to conflict resolution, justice, and community healing. But Tom didn't just create the idea, he sustained it. Year after year, he has led the work behind the scenes, organizing nominations, guiding the selection process, fundraising, coordinating international travel, and bringing the community together to celebrate each laureate. What began as a small, culturally rooted effort has grown into a diverse, community-wide initiative that reflects the many voices and experiences of Tacoma. Those who know Tom describe him as a thoughtful, persistent, and deeply committed man, committed to the values he lives by. His leadership is quiet but powerful, grounded in faith, guided by integrity, and driven by a belief that peace is something we must actively choose, build, and protect. Tom Heavey has given Tacoma more than a program. He has given it a tradition of recognizing and elevating peace in action. For his vision, his perseverance, and his lifelong commitment to making our community more just and compassionate, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Champion of Peace, Mr. Tom Heavey, everyone.
Before you step away too far, Anders, I want to present to you, yes, it is. It is a solid chocolate Nobel Peace Prize. Something Donald Trump will never have. Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, members of the Events and Recognition Committee, thank you for this prestigious honor. 23 years ago this week, President George W. Bush stood on the deck of an aircraft carrier and declared, "Mission accomplished." On that same day, I was standing amidst the sands of the Middle East as an activated reservist. I wasn't quite sure what the mission was, and from my perspective, little had been accomplished. Since February of 2003, I had been in Southwest Asia, observing and participating in the invasion of Iraq and the overthrow of its despotic leader. While I accept the honorific of Champion of Peace, I also know that the world does contain people who do not like us, who in fact do hate us, and who will, given the opportunity, seek to do us harm. And I do subscribe to the adage, we sleep soundly in our beds, because there are rough men and women who stand ready in the night to visit violence on those who would do us harm. At the same time, I know there has to be another way for most of us to live. In more than 20 years since I've returned from Southwest Asia, I have sought to accomplish another mission, the mission of recognizing and celebrating peace. When I got back from the Middle East, I first suggested to friends in the Norwegian American community of Tacoma that here in Tacoma, we could emulate our antecedents in Oslo and sponsor a local peace prize. The great American statesman Tip O'Neill said, "All politics is local." And tonight I submit to you, all peace is local. So 6 of us got together, 2 from the Sons of Norway, 2 from the Daughters of Norway, and 2 from Pacific Lutheran University. We laid the groundwork, and now more than 20 years later, Tacoma, Washington is the only region in the United States which has its own locally produced and volunteer-financed Award for Peace. Very little is accomplished in this world by the work of just one person, and that is certainly true here. The Greater Tacoma Peace Prize continues to flourish and expand beyond its original ethnic limits. The hard work and dedication of those who currently serve on the board is exemplified by those currently on the board. I name for you Lisa Otteson, who leads us as chair of the board. Diane Powers, the 2024 GTP laureate, and the friend who nominated me for this award. Janet Rude, our board member emeritus. The incomparable Mr. Willie Stewart, who also served as the 2019 Peace Prize laureate. Tony Simpson, Carol Snyder, Claire Petridge, Celesta Smith, and our newest member, Liz Chick. Those are our board members. I thank my family members who have traveled some great distances to be here. And finally, I acknowledge it is also true that I have accomplished nothing in my life for the last 50 years without the constant support and love from my wife, Nancy. Thank you, and good night.
Let's hear it for Tom Heavey. We need more peacemakers in this world. Yes, thank you so much, Tom. Leadership is not about a title. It is about who shows up consistently when it matters. To me, that looks like people who do not wait around. They step in and lead. This year's Adult Leadership Award recipient is Asaph Gaspi. Please welcome back to the stage Councilmember Olgi Diaz.
Here we go. Asaph Gaspi is a connector, a builder, a leader who believes that when people come together with intention, something powerful happens. Through his work, he is transforming how Tacoma connects, creating spaces where opportunity, creativity, and community collide. For his leadership and his commitment to bringing people together, he is the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Adult Leadership. Asaph is the founder of Tacoma Connect, a movement that is redefining networking in our city. Since launching in 2025, he has created free, all-ages experiences where entrepreneurs, creatives, and community members come together to share ideas, build relationships, and grow together. But Tacoma Connect is more than an event. It's an energy. With live music, local artists, and intentional, structured connection, Asaph has created a space where people don't just exchange business cards, they build real relationships. His goal is simple but powerful: to make Tacoma a place where people don't have to leave to succeed, because we have everything we already need right here. Asaph's journey started through his own work as a small business owner, building relationships and learning the power of community. But he saw a gap, spaces that were often inaccessible to those without resources, connections, or a way in. So he built something different, a space where everyone belongs. What inspires him most is what happens when people come together. He's seen strangers become collaborators, collaborators become friends, and friends become family. He's seen young entrepreneurs step into rooms and find their confidence. And he's seen a city full of talent realize that it was never lacking, it just needed a place to connect. His leadership is grounded in a belief that community is the foundation for everything. Asaph lives by the idea that being united in diversity and rooted in humanity, bringing people from all backgrounds together to build something bigger than themselves. Those who know Asaph describe him as passionate, intentional, and deeply committed to others. He leads with heart, with vision, and with a belief that when we invest in each other, we all rise. Asaph Gaspi isn't just hosting events. He's building a movement that is shaping the future of Tacoma. For his vision, his leadership, and his commitment to creating a more connected and thriving community, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Adult Leadership to Asaph Gaspi.
How we doing tonight, Tacoma? I first want to say thank you to the committee, the council, and the city of Tacoma for creating a platform that celebrates local change makers. This is such an honor. For a long time, I thought leadership meant having all the answers, but life taught me something different. Leadership is when your vision for a better outcome outweighs your fears, and you do what needs to be done, whether you think you're ready or not, despite whatever challenge lies ahead. It's about stepping into the unknown with faith and staying committed to serving in the most meaningful way possible. Growing up in the South Sound, I was used to always seeing people leave for bigger cities, for better opportunities, for better parties, and I saw what would happen if things never changed. Tacoma Connect was created to show us a new way to network, a space for mission-driven professionals, our local artists, creatives, small business owners, nonprofit leaders, to collaborate, support, and to be inspired. To prove what happens when a city unites. Together, we are building a city where people can live their dream life right here in Tacoma, right now. I was named after Asaph, a Levite who served the kingdom of God as a music ministry leader around 1000 BC. Asaph means gatherer, the one who brings people together. And 3,000 years later, here I am in Tacoma trying to do the same thing. I am a proud Filipino American. I am the son of Ruth and Cipriano Gaspi, who come from the lands of Bicol and Pampanga. We came to America from the Philippines when I was just a preschooler in pursuit of a better life. So to my people, bumangon tayo, para sa bayan, para sa kapwa, mabuhay ang Pilipino. I want to thank Jesus, Yeshua, my Lord and Savior, who leads me and who continues to show me what servant leadership, sacrifice, and love truly look like. Thank you to my Theory Real Estate family, and especially Isaac Miller, for the space, for your heart, and for believing in me and our mission. Thank you to my TC Core team, Angela, Lanisa, and Sharp Skills, for your support, your faith, and being the best team I could ask for. And to everyone who's ever attended, volunteered, or supported Tacoma Connect, this would be nothing without you. This award may have my name on it, but it belongs to the TC family. Shout out to, I see West Coast Reeds in the building, Gigi Galaxy, Caitlin, I can't see, Coach Angie Jones. If I'm missing out, you're included, so. The future of Tacoma will be shaped by people willing to serve, lead, and show up. Looking around this room, I believe Tacoma is entering a new era. The rest of the nation is about to see what this city is capable of, and the best is yet to come. Thank you, Tacoma. Good night.
Please give it up for Asaph. All right, city. Someone back there said yes. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do it again because this part's going to get exciting. City. About to get real hot in here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Simone Fire Knife dancers from Asia Pacific Cultural Center. Wow, that was incredible. Please give it up for the Asia Pacific Cultural Center and the Samoan Fire Knife Dancers. I told you it was going to get hot in here. Our next award is about access, dignity, and making sure everyone is seen and supported. This year's Disability Advocate Award recipient is Shatone Martin. Presenting this award is Deputy Mayor Joe Bushnell.
You're probably wondering who this is. This is Esme. And this is Shatone Martin. Man. Shatone Martin is a living example of resilience turned into service. A leader who transformed personal hardship into a lifeline for others. After facing a rare disease that left her in a wheelchair for 2 years, Shatone chose not to be defined by her challenges, but to use them as fuel to uplift her community. For her compassion, determination, and unwavering commitment to accessibility, she is the recipient of the 2026 City of Destiny Award for Disability Advocate. Shatone is the founder of Lifting Spirits by Helping Hands, a nonprofit dedicated to providing essential medical and mobility equipment to individuals who would otherwise go without. Through her work, wheelchairs, walkers, shower chairs, and those who need them most, are critical devices placed directly into the hands of those who need them most, restoring not just mobility, but independence and dignity. What makes Shatone's work so powerful is that it comes from lived experience. She understands what it means to rely on others, to navigate systems that don't always show up, and to fight for basic needs. Today, she's the one showing up, delivering equipment, coordinating donations, and rallying others to step in and help. Whether it's providing a motorized wheelchair to someone in need or delivering a cane in the middle of her day, Shatone meets people where they are with urgency and with care. Her leadership extends into advocacy as well. As a member of the Tacoma Area Commission on Disabilities and its Disability Access Platform Subcommittee, Shatone works alongside community partners to improve access to services for individuals with disabilities, their families, and caregivers. She brings both lived experience and action-driven leadership to the table, ensuring systems are more responsive, connected, and equitable. Those who know Shatone describe her as a hope giver, someone who embodies what it means to love your neighbor through action. She builds community wherever she goes, inspiring others to step up, give back, and be a part of something bigger than themselves. Shatone doesn't just provide equipment, she restores confidence. She brings dignity and possibility, no questions asked. For her selfless service, her powerful advocacy, and her commitment to lifting others through every challenge, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Disability Advocate, Shatone Martin.
Thank you so much. Sorry, she's a little freaked out from the fire thing, so I apologize. There was a time in my life when something as simple as getting out of bed felt impossible. Not because I didn't want to, but because my body wouldn't let me. And in those moments, what stood between struggle and dignity was access. Access to the right support, the right equipment, the right community. That's why this work exists. I am deeply honored to receive the City of Destiny Award in the Disability Advocate category. Honestly, I was honored just to be nominated. To be recognized alongside so many incredible advocates and community leaders is something I don't take lightly. I want to sincerely thank those who nominated me and believe this work was worthy of recognition. Thank you to the City of Tacoma, the Events and Recognitions Committee, and Mayor Ibsen. To be recognized by the very community I serve and love is something I will never take for granted. Lifting Spirits with Helping Hands was built from lived experience. It was built from knowing what it feels like to navigate a world that isn't always designed for you and deciding to do something about it. Every piece of equipment we provide is more than just an item. It's independence, it's relief, and it's someone getting a piece of their life back. Thank you. But I am not alone in this work. I want to take a moment to recognize every disability advocate in this room and beyond, those pushing for access, equity, and dignity every single day. Whether you're doing it through policy, direct service, education, or simply showing up and sharing your story, you are changing lives, and this award belongs to you too. To my family, friends, volunteers, donors, and community partners, thank you for supporting me, encouraging me, and believing in this mission even during the hard moments, because honestly, there are days this work feels very heavy, but your support keeps me going. And to the disability community, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten, and I will continue to fight alongside you to make sure our systems, our spaces, and our communities reflect that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, please give it up for Shatone Martin and her beautiful dog. Oh my gosh. And this one is a very special one. Not that they all aren't. But this is someone who reminds us who we can be. This year's Inspire Tacoma Award recipient is Leo Randolph. Presenting this award is Councilmember Christina Walker. Councilmember Walker.
Thank you. Good evening again. What an honor to introduce this award winner. Leo Randolph is a champion in every sense of the word, not only in the ring, but in the lives he has touched for decades. A gold medalist, a mentor, and a servant leader, Leo has dedicated his life to lifting others up and showing what's possible through discipline, humility, and heart. For his lifelong commitment to inspiring others and giving back to his community, he is the recipient of the City of Destiny Inspire Tacoma Award. I wish I got to watch the photos while I'm speaking. Leo first made history as a 1976 Olympic gold medalist in boxing, representing the United States on the world stage. But what defines his legacy is not just that victory, it's what he chose to do afterward. Rather than stepping away, Leo stepped into service, using his platform to guide, mentor, and encourage generations of young people right here in Tacoma. For more than 38 years, Leo has volunteered at Raymond Hall Juvenile Detention Center, offering something simple yet powerful, his time. Week after week, he's shown up to cut hair, talk with youth, and remind them that their story is not over. In a place where hope can be hard to find, Leo brings consistency, care, and belief in every young person he meets. His commitment to service extends beyond those walls. Since 1982, May 15th has been recognized as Leo Randolph Day here in Tacoma, a day dedicated to giving back, serving meals to those experiencing homelessness, and reinforcing the importance of community care. Through speaking engagements at schools, universities, and community programs, Leo continues to share his story, encouraging others to set goals, stay focused, and never give up. Those who know Leo describe him as kind, optimistic, and deeply genuine, a mentor who leads by example, and a presence that brings both strength and warmth. He doesn't just inspire with words, he inspires through action, showing up again and again for the people who need it most. Leo Randolph has proven that true greatness isn't measured by medals, but by impact. For his decades of service, his unwavering commitment to youth and community, and his ability to inspire hope wherever he goes, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Inspire Tacoma Award, Leo Randolph.
My goodness, those are the words I was going to say. I had them all written down, so I don't have to say anymore. Anyway, May 15th was recognized as Leo Randolph Day. So my wife and I go to different parks where we feel homeless are, and we go downtown and we go to McDonald's and get like over 50 hamburgers and fries and take it to them and pass them out to different people. And we let them know to do that on Leo Randolph Day. And it's amazing how many people need those burgers. We think burgers are nothing, but they all like, ah! So we enjoy doing that on McDonald's on Leo Randolph Day. Also, this year, we're going to go to Mary Bridge Hospital and talk to the different kids about setting goals, because that's what helped me to achieve what I achieved. Someone came to me and helped me to set a goal that you want to win a gold medal, you want to win the world championship. So we're going to go to St. Joseph and talk to different kids, and when I bring the medal out there and they see the medal and they see my belt, they be all happy. So if I can make somebody happy along the way, then I'm doing my job. So thank you very much.
Another round of applause to Leo Randolph. This is legacy. This is what it looks like to give your life to something bigger than yourself. This year's Lifetime Service Award recipient is Ernie Ouellette. Presenting this award is Mayor Ibsen.
Ernie Ouellette is the kind of person who sees a need and simply gets to work. For nearly 4 decades, he's been a steady, behind-the-scenes force, helping bring one of Tacoma's most beloved traditions to life. Through his dedication, leadership, and quiet commitment to service, he's helped create something that connects generations. For his lifetime of service, he is the recipient of the City of Destiny Award for Lifetime Service. Ernie's journey began in 1987 when he built a parade float for the Salvation Army's 100-year celebration in the Northwest. What started as a single project quickly became a lifelong commitment. Since then, Ernie has played a central role in the Daffodil Festival, helping design and build its iconic traveling floats and transporting them across the region, from Tacoma to communities throughout the Northwest, including Oregon and Canada. Over the years, Ernie has served in many roles, including multiple terms as president of the Daffodil Festival. But titles only tell part of the story. Those who know him understand that his impact goes far beyond leadership positions. He's a mentor, a builder, and a constant presence who ensures that each year's festival continues to reflect the very best of Tacoma and Pierce County. What inspires Ernie most is the people, especially the young women in the festival's royalty program. He's watched them grow from shy, uncertain participants into confident, capable leaders who go on to make meaningful contributions in their communities. For Ernie, that transformation is what it's all about. He credits most of his own journey to the people who came before him, the Daffodilians who taught him the value of giving back and the importance of showing up for your community. It's a lesson he has carried forward for nearly 40 years, leading by example and passing that spirit on to others. Ernie Ouellette has spent a lifetime building more than floats. He's helped build confidence, community, and tradition. For his decades of dedication, his steady leadership, and his unwavering commitment to giving back, please join me in honoring this year's City of Destiny Award for Lifetime Service, Mr. Ernie Ouellette.
I have no piece of paper in front of me. But what I have in front of me are, if you haven't noticed, yellow coats. We call ourselves the Big Yellow Family because it includes not only the Daffodilians, but our royalty, who are part of the Big Yellow Family. The tradition of the Daffodil Festival goes back so many, many years, long before I came to Tacoma. But I'm a firm believer that the Lord puts you where you need to be at the right time. And this is where we landed. And I'm so grateful to those that I've now called part of my family. The young women who were part of our royalty program, we've watched them grow, mature, some becoming the president of this organization, taking leadership in this organization. And for that, we're grateful because it's these young women who are the future of the Daffodil Festival. And that which it represents for not just Tacoma, but for all of Pierce County. To the committee, I say thank you for this honor. For my fellow Daffodilians who nominated me, I'm eternally grateful for what you've done for me this night. Thank you all very much.
Please give it up for Ernie Ouellette. What a night this has been. Yeah. Please look around this room. This is what community looks like. People showing up, people doing the work, people choosing every day to make Tacoma better. To our awardees, congratulations. To our community, thank you. And again, I would like to remind everyone that tonight is possible because Tacoma Venues and Events continues to reinvest revenue from city-owned venues back into Tacoma through local events, cultural programming, and community grants that uplift and celebrate this city year-round. I would like to remind everyone one of the things I'm very proud of for the city's Events and Recognitions Committee and Tacoma Venues and Events for helping us take money that these shows cost and special event funding and take them out of the general fund. We are raising taxes from you being here, from spending money here and putting more money into entertainment, education, and celebrating. So please support all of our local venues, the Tacoma Dome, Cheney Stadium, our theaters, as well as the convention center. It really goes a long way. And thank you to the committee for making such dedicated energy and time to make sure that this could happen. I think that the city thanks you if they don't quite understand what we're talking about. I'd like to thank the photographers who are here tonight, Sierra Hartman and Emily Feliciano. Thank you so much for capturing our special moments. I would like to thank a lady who's behind the scenes but helps with so many events that people probably don't know her name. Jennifer from Host Event Planning, we love you and we thank you. Again, I would like to thank the Tacoma Venues and Events staff, all of the people who run the Dome and all of our venues. We can't do this without you. We get to use their marketing departments and all sorts of resources. I would like to give a very special thank you to Ashley Young. Ashley Young is our wrangler, and we couldn't do it without her, so I appreciate you. Also to Tammy, Adam, Gerald, Jasmine, Hillary, all of you, all the security, all the food vendors, all the janitors, everyone it takes to run this incredible building. Thank you. And before we go, I would just like to remind you that next year marks the 40th anniversary of the City of Destiny Awards. Yes, and we're gonna celebrate it in a way that it completely deserves. So consider this your invitation, but also follow Tacoma Venues and Events so you can make sure that you know all the wonderful things we are doing for Tacoma. So, dear Tacoma, take care of each other. We need it right now. Keep showing up, keep building, and keep staying exactly who you are. When I say grit, you say destiny. Grit. Grit! I'm Jessica Johnston. This concludes our show tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and please go in peace. Have a good evening.